So during my career transition, during this phase of time, what is the best use of my time? How do I manage my time?
Okay. The I want to start with this. It's not a job. A career transition is not a baking recipe. If you've ever baked anything, you know it's a quarter cup of this and a half a teaspoon of this. And if you put baking soda in, that's not a replacement for baking powder. So it's not a formula. A lot of coaches approach it like it's formula, and that's why they have a bunch of video stuff that you have to do a lot of video stuff, and you talk to them like 3 times out of the whole 3 months or something, whatever, right? So it's not a formula. What it is, though, is it will be very clear what we need to do, what you and I need to do to make this career happen, this transition happen. So it's kind of like, well, the question you're asking is, and the answer to it is, don't worry about it. We will focus on the things that are most important at the time that they are important. Now, what I'll tell you is it will look more or less like this, right? We're going to start with a resume, fine. And then we're going to understand what that is and what needs to be done different. So maybe before that, obviously, we're focused on what do you want to do, right? Then you work on the resume. Then you get your LinkedIn profile done. Then you write a cover letter. And so those are task-based things. But along the way, I'm saying, oh, um, you want to be a baker. Let's use that as a career, right? You want to be a baker. Um, Based on that, you need to start picking up your baking game, right? I understand that you make really good cupcakes, right? And you want to open up a cupcake shop. We can do that. We can work on that if that's what you want to do. But you need to step up your cupcake game, And so, how can we do that? Is there some contests that we can get you in? Are there some, again, all this kind of stuff? So you'll know because we are working on this together. Here's the beginning. Here's where we want to go. More or less looks like this. But time management is something that I'll share with you. Let's focus on this first. Then we'll focus on this. Now, when I say we're going to focus on this, what I mean is I give you a task at the end of our hour long conversation. And then when we talk next week, I expect you to have done the work to do that thing. Well, if it's clear what that work is and what the expectation is, that's what you do for the next week. But then that week turns into something else because that's what's most important at that point. That's how I would handle it. That's how I would address that question of time management.